Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. Massive news for the Oklahoma Sooner fans as David Stone commits to the Oklahoma Sooners. Sure, many of you guys have already seen this. I actually had plans to go out watch some of the college football games at the sports bar tonight. I said I got to cancel the plans because I want to be here to talk about David Stone. This is a name that we've been talking about all summer long, all spring long, as being kind of that top target for the Sooners. Brent Venables and the staff able to get it done, landing one of the most dominant defensive linemen in this class. But also, if you guys have been watching the game on ESPN2 against St. Joseph Preps, you're seeing him line up all over the line of scrimmage. One of the more versatile defensive linemen in the class as well. A very exciting player, a very charismatic player, and a massive get for the Sooner fans. Again, before we get into David Stone, just want to say thank you to the Oklahoma fans. We've talked a ton of recruiting over the summer. The support from you guys truly does mean a lot. So if you do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Hopefully some more good news coming for Oklahoma in the next couple of weeks. We'll talk about some potential targets. Now let's get into David Stone. And the first thing I want to say is, like this, I think you talk about momentum in the college football recruiting landscape. I think David Stone committing to Oklahoma all of a sudden kind of gets the dominoes in play. Jaden Jackson on the defensive line, David Stone on the defensive line. Brent Venables has gone to the transfer portal to bolster up this group. You had some nice defensive linemen coming in the 2023 class. And now you land David Stone, Jaden Jackson. This is starting to look like what Brent Venables wants his defense to look like, and that is aggressive, physical, and athletic along the line of scrimmages on the defensive side of the ball. And David Stone certainly helps that. Now, I want to talk about a little bit what he is as a player. And the first thing I want to say, and there's a reason he's a top 10 national recruit. Like, I'm not saying anything groundbreaking in terms of he's a good football player. Like, newsflash, he's very, very good. What I love most about David Stone is that versatility. If you're watching the game on ESPN2, you're seeing him line up at the 5 technique. You're seeing him line up at the 3. But most of all, you're seeing the combination of the power and the quick twitch that David Stone brings to the table. Like when he works on the inside on interior offensive linemen, like way too athletic and way too long for some of those interior offensive linemen to deal with them. Then when he works outside on tackles, he's going right through tackles, blowing up pockets, going right through their chest. David Stone can win in a variety of different ways. I think that's what makes him so special as a defensive lineman is the versatility and just quite frankly, the traits and the freakish athletic talent that David Stone is. And he said, what did he say? He tweeted out in the summer, like, hey, get ready because when I commit, like, I'm going to become the best recruiter in the country. Now, getting David Stone into the boat, you know his connections at IMG. You know his connections across all the camps that he goes to. Very charismatic guy. I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of gets the ball rolling for Oklahoma in this 2024 class that was really already a solid class. But I think, like, now you land your crown jewel, David Stone, Taylor Tatum. I think you're kind of hunting down a few more top targets for Oklahoma. And I want to take you to the next one that I have kind of on my list, and that's Nigel Smith committing early September, another top 100 defensive lineman, very similar to kind of what David Stone brings to the table in terms of versatility. Like you turn on the film of Nigel Smith, he can line up inside, he can line up outside, and that's massive for this modern era of college football where you want as much speed on the field as you can, but you also want that physicality. Nigel Smith, David Stone, Jaden Jackson, Brent Venables starting to put that defensive line together. And then you go to another one who's sneaky, like I think Oklahoma fans should pay attention to, and that is Grant Bricks, one of the top offensive tackles in the 2024 class. He is the opposite of David Stone in terms of how he goes about his recruitment. No pictures, really, not much tweeting. He's just a guy that is a damn good offensive tackle that is one of the top tackles in the class. And it sounds like Kansas State's in it, Nebraska, and Oklahoma. And we talked about it. I mean, Oklahoma kind of gunning after some of these top tackles. I think Grant Bricks is probably at the top of the list right now. Again, top 5 offensive tackle, according to the 24/7 Sports Composite. I'm hoping that David Stone getting into the class kind of gets some of these balls in play. But again, the Sooners land David Stone. Massive, massive get for the Sooner fans. Again, appreciate you guys rocking with the boys. If you do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Wanted to keep this one short. Y'all know how good David Stone is. Just wanted to talk about him since we've been talking about him all summer long. Appreciate y'all. Have a good Saturday night. And we got college football next Saturday. Talk to y'all later. Peace.